My name is Chandler.
And my name is Ryan.
We will be talking about Blitzkrieg.
Blitzkrieg was a major strategy in World War II.
It was employed in the capture of Europe and was used to prevent a long war.
It was also used in a Middle East uprising in the 1970s. It is important to know about how and why it was used to prevent such sheer and utter destruction from happening again.
We will present the information in an interview with Adolf Hitler, Sergeant Rudolf van Arschnick, a soldier, and a Polish citizen.
They will be telling us about Blitzkrieg from 3 different points of view to give you a unique perspective on the war in Blitzkrieg. Eamonn will be posing as Hitler and Rudolf. Chandler will be Tony, the news host, or I will be the news host and the interviewer. And this takes place in a newscast in Germany. Welcome to the German Show. I'm your host Ryan, and today we'll be talking about Blitzkrieg. So I'm here today with our very own Hitler for a live interview about the success of his Blitzkrieg. So, Mr. Hitler, tell us about this strategy of yours.
Of course, Mr. Heinrich. It is a very complicated set of events. Each level of attack relies on another. In fact, it wasn't even me who invented it. It was my colleague, Hans Wemmer.
And what is the order of events in this attack?
Well, first, we can't have any reinforcements showing up, can we? So we have our dive bomber planes take out the communication tents and the railroad tracks. Our pilots were trained in Russia, since we couldn't train them here. The Versailles Treaty made sure that we couldn't have an air force. But we have one, and the rest is history. Next, we have to get inside enemy lines so we can crush them from the outside.
And how is this accomplished?
We use our tanks to puncture through the front lines. The tanks can cover 125 miles a week. Then we are able to break through and destroy them from the outside.
And why choose these forms of weapons?
Well, the idea of the attack is to give no enemy time to be prepared. We need to move fast and hit hard. We gave the enemy enough time to prepare. Just one battle would take months. At end, more lives would be lost before they surrendered. We also don't stop moving. By the time one attack is finished, the planes have already bombed the next city.
And why do you choose to fight like this?
It prevents a long war. If we fought any different or slower, the war would go on forever, and more lives would be lost. If we attack fast and hard, the enemy will surrender sooner, and therefore save more lives.
And there you have it, the heroics of a man trying to save our country and the lives of the people in it. One more question, Mr. Hitler. I've heard the rumor you've brought a special surprise. Let us know about this tactic in simpler form.
Why, yes, Mr. Heinrich. This will basically explain the last minute or so of interview.
So, here's our Blitzkrieg battlefield. Now, as you can see, the tanks are going to move forward with reinforcements, puncturing through the enemy lines. Once through, more troops can come through, and the tanks can cleanly destroy the enemy, therefore ending long war. And as you notice, the enemy were sitting ducks. Simple, isn't it?
Thank you, Mr. Heinrich. I'm here in the field with Sergeant Arschnick, live on a recent battlefield of World War II. Mr. Arschnick, how did you win this battle?
We won this battle using a strategy called Blitzkrieg, or lightning bar.
Yes, we have heard about Blitzkrieg from our earlier interview with Adolf Hitler. For those just joining us, could you tell us more about Blitzkrieg?
Oh, sure. What would you want to know?
Tell us about what you do in this strategy.
Well, I am an infantryman. I follow the tanks in after they puncture the front lines, defend the soldiers with Panzerfausts, or rocket launchers.
That sounds like a hard job.
Yes, it is. When we get behind the enemy lines, we are to run around, supporting our front lines from behind. The saving grace is that they don't camp for days on end like in the last war. We just keep moving and moving.
It seems like it would make for a quick battle. How long does it take to win battles with Blitzkrieg?
That depends on how many enemies there are, how many units we are using, and even the terrain. Some battles can take months and some only a matter of weeks.
What other things specifically help you as an individual?
Well, I like the armored cars. They help us most because they provide cover for us. And the planes, they drop in reinforcements and supplies.
Thank you for that. Hail Hitler.
Hail Hitler.
More after this.
It went off premiering for some reason. And now it was just there. Worked last time. I don't know, every time I try to go into the video, it kicks me off.
It won't show on your iPad though, right?
Well, it does, it just stops.
Okay, so
Well, maybe if we zoom in. Okay, so, well, we had a propaganda film from World War II
Basically,
that we were
showing
going
some
to
things
show.
across going on.
So, yeah. So we're just going to continue.
Get it back up.
And we're back. Now we go live to the ruined city of Warsaw, Poland, to get a first-hand account of the destruction going on there. I'm reporting live from Warsaw with Mr. Antoni Szkimda. Mr. Antoni, please describe for us the destruction that this strategy has caused.
As you can see, the pure destruction is just incomprehensible. Oh, the horror. We fought valiantly, however. We boarded up the humble city of Warsaw. The tanks had a hard time pushing through, but then the soldiers came in. Those Nazis show no mercy. Those Stukas, the dive-bombing planes, they knocked out our railway, so we had no reinforcements.
And how did you fight off this attack, Mr. Antoni?
Well, we did our best, but it didn't do much. The tanks didn't seem to know what to do, but those dive bombers, they swooped in. As you can see, it's just destroyed. It's terrible. The Queen, she managed to escape. We don't know where she is now.
I see. And I take it that many prisoners were taken hostage?
I dare say yes. Many prisoners were carted off to Auschwitz in minutes. I was one of the lucky ones.
Well, there you have it. Warsaw, the capital of Poland, leveled by the Nazis and their devastating Blitzkrieg tactic. Now back to our show.
That brings us to the end of our show this evening.
And there you have it, folks. Thanks for watching.
Now you know the story of the Blitz. We hope you've learned more about this war and this specific tactic employed in the speedy capture of Europe.
We hope you learned the essentials, like
How Blitzkrieg worked.
How it changed the war,
how the Polish defended against it,
the viewpoint of the soldiers carrying it out, And what was used to carry it out?
In essence, Blitzkrieg was a fast tactic used to capture Europe and change the face of war as we know it. Once again, I'm Eamonn.
I'm your interviewer, Ryan.
And I'm Chandler. And this has been
The German Show.